Hello, this is Eric with Oxygen Delivers, and I'm going to give you a quick tutorial on how to use the Respironics EverFlow Oxygen Concentrator. So you first obviously plug the unit in, and we have the off and on switch, which is right here. So I'm going to press on. Okay. Pretty basic at this point. So we have the lever. I'm going to first show you how to use it just one person at a time, and then later I'm going to show you how to do two people at a time. So you have this little lever right here, which has the bubble which goes up and down, and that's your liters per minute. And we have a 1 through 5. Typically, the standard is for one person, they will have a 2 liter per minute. Okay? So here you go, you have the green light. And before I actually open this up, I'm going to show you that when there's 2 other lights that light up when you first start the machine. One's red and one's yellow. The red light, if it starts lighting up at any point in time, means that there might be a power outlet issue. The unit that you're staying in, the home, the hotel room, whatever, if that red light goes off, troubleshooting, you would like to actually just hook it up to another outlet, and that should do the trick. If the yellow light goes off, and I'll turn that off and turn it on again, the yellow light, and that's the obnoxious noise it makes if it's having issues. But the yellow light indicates that it does not have enough room. These generators actually have all these filters, and it generates and purifies the air. So if these are covered up, or if there's blankets, pillows, curtains, or anything like that, then this machine will indicate and let you know that it's not giving you the liters per minute that it's showing. Okay? But as long as the green light is on, you're golden, everything's perfect. So in order to use this, I'm going to open this nasal cannula for one person, and I will show you quickly a comfortable way to use this. Is you take the nose piece right here in both hands, and you insert it into your nose, and then wrap. Okay. And there you go. Some people like to put it on the other side, but if you're going, especially people with altitude issues, a lot of them like to sleep. A lot of you will like to sleep with it on, and this is the most comfortable way to actually put the nose cannula on. So you take the piece here, and you insert it in here. Okay, so that's the basics. I'm getting 2 liters per minute of oxygen. If I'm having issues with the altitude, or if I'm feeling nauseous right now, within 60 seconds, I mean, it's a very short period of time that a lot of these symptoms, headaches, nausea, lack of sleep, heart arrhythmia, so on and so forth, this will actually alleviate these symptoms if you're suffering from high altitude illness. Now I'm going to show you how to do 2 people at one time. I'm going to unplug this here and take this off. So I've included a green extension hose, 7 feet, which comes with all of the machines that I rent. And you plug this directly into this piece here. I've got what is a splitter right here, and this will come attached on the green hose. And you just need to put it snug. Some people feel like they actually need to really stuff it down there. It just needs to be snug. It's fine. So at that point, you can actually take and put one nose piece on one end. And then if you can, if the second person is here, you would have this out and you would take the other piece and put it here. So there's 2. And then you can actually crank that up. You know, you can put it right on up there and actually have 2 people at one time being able to use the concentrator. Okay? Some people, there's one thing, you know, to be sure of, and I've gotten a lot of calls on this. If you have this extension cord with the Y splitter, 2 people have to be on it. If one person wants to use it, you've got to actually unplug this guy, or at least unplug the Y splitter, and then just directly plug into here. Okay? And then the big thing is to make sure to drop that down to a level that one person could, again, use it comfortably. Okay, we've done the basics here. I can start with the instruction of the humidifier or the bubbler. Okay, this will add a little bit more moisture. Some people love it, some people can't stand it, but I like to actually just have this available for anybody who needs and wants to use it. Now, if you look closely, there's a minimum and a maximum level of water. I would suggest that you actually just go right above the minimum. I've actually had it where people fill this to the top. I go to visit them, they say, "Oh my gosh, Eric, I'm feeling wonderful," and they're having water running out of their nose as I'm talking with them, and that's something that I really don't want you guys to have to go through. So really, I would just put it a little bit above the minimum. That's all you need. Distilled water is ideal to use when using this, but I have had clients use bottled water if necessary. Back with the distilled water inside the bubbler. So actually put this in here, it's very basic. Now when you're working with this right here, you're going to want to make sure that everything's tight enough. And if you're going to be using the bubbler when troubleshooting, I've had people call me and say, "Eric, I just haven't felt the machine, like I'm getting oxygen and what's going on." I'll show up and I'll have the humidifier or bubbler connected, but it will be loose and it won't be bubbling. So if you're using this, you have to make sure that you actually see these bubbles. Because if it's a little loose, let's say if it's a little loose in some areas sometimes, and sometimes it's up here, that's on really tight. Okay, so if this is a little bit loose, there's no bubbles, you know, it looks like everything's working fine, and you don't want to crank this down, but it just needs to be snug. And when you see this, you're good as gold. Okay? So you connect this to the back piece here, it straps on, then you will connect to this right here. Okay? And I'll actually show you again the nose cannula right here. And booyah, there you go. And that's using the humidifier bubbler piece. Another thing that if you're going to use this, you want to make sure that it's not kinked, the tubing here, and that it's all nice and flowing. So it's not like, you know, a garden hose where, you know, there's like kinkage like this would be, you know, you don't want that. So, and that is how you use it. So that's the basic instructions for the Respironics EverFlow machine that we rent. Obviously, I enjoy seeing all of you guys personally, but if you want to actually not have to have me around, this is a good tutorial for you to look up.